Hey guys, and welcome to 1572, The Lost Expedition with me, Time and Tactics. I don't know about you, but I've been sitting at home a lot more than I used to because of the coronavirus and, COVID-19, really. I'm on a lockdown right now, so I can't really go outside that much. And if you're in the same situation and you're looking for something to do, and you don't have that much cash right now, then this game is pretty good for that. Because this is a print-and-play game. Without any cost to you. Well, I mean, you have to print it out, basically. If you have a printer, I'll provide a link. You can go and print out this game. I'm not doing that here. I'm using a tool called Tabletop Simulator, but you can print it out and you can play the game just with what you print out, as long as you have a few dice. You can see them here. There's a couple of green ones here, red, and there's a couple of dice up there. That's all you need. You don't need these markers up there. I guess you do need this little marker there, but that's it. That's all you need. The rules come with the game as well, and so go ahead and check it out. I'm going to play it here on Tabletop Simulator, which makes it possible to do it online, or not online, on the computer, a little more easily, right? So let's go and check out the game. It's 1572, and let's see what it says in the game itself. Looking at the top left corner here, it says, your commander and entire company was killed after being ambushed in these mountains. The next morning, only 6 of you survive. Now you have to make it down the mountain and to the coastline where you can signal for help. The way is dangerous though. You are short on food and muskets. The natives will likely want you dead, or maybe they will offer help. We don't know. But anyway, the game starts us out right over here. That's our explorer token here. We're in the mountains. And the goal is to make it down. This is a river here, by the way. Make it down to the river delta down here. And our ship is right there. But they have to leave. They have to leave within 42 days. You can see the weeks down here. 7 days in each week. So we have to make it there by day 42. Day 1 now. So what do we do when we start the game? Now let's check it out here. Look on the left side here. Placing our dice, well, they've done that here in the game already, but the instructions tell you what to do there. The first thing we're going to do is see what kind of expedition we are part of and what kind of bonus we get. So let's roll one of our dice down here. 6. Okay, let's see. 6 would be river guiding. You can cross cataracts. Once counts as 2 while in a river during the movement phase. Okay, cataracts. That's these here, right? Not crossable normally, but we said we can cross them, right? Yeah. And once counts as 2s when you're on the river. Now that is very, very useful, actually. Yeah, the river is here during the movement phase only. And we can look down here on this board. The cataract down. Yeah, the second from the bottom of the hexes there says cataract. Only allowed between 2 river hexes. Blocks movement between the 2 hexes. Not for us, though. So that's good. Let's go ahead and put that in. Write that down. River guiding. And you can do that with this tool. I'll do it here. River guiding. Can I move it? I don't know. Let's close. Let's delete that one, too. Let's type it here. River guiding. That's better. Okay. I'm going to get rid of that hand. Let me go ahead and get rid of that too. There. Now we do the hand. Okay. So we're river guiding. Remember, when we are going down the river, in our movement phase, we get 1. If you roll a 1, it counts as a 2. Okay. So what do we do first then? Well, if you look at the sequence of events here, for each day, we have 42 days. That gray box in the top right-hand corner says turn order phases. That's what we're doing. So first up, planning phase. Let's go ahead and do that. Now you can see it right over here. What that means is, well, before we do that, actually, I'm going to do one more thing. For my own benefit, you can use the die. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use these, since they gave us those in the game. A die is perfectly fine to use. I'm going to move everything down. Actually, let me show you what we have here. I don't know if you show that. So here we have 6 Conquistadors to start with. Basically our health. If they all die, the game is over. Here we have 6 muskets. Each, I guess, of the Conquistadors has a musket. We can use that to fight off the natives, to fight animals, and they're helpful, but we don't absolutely need them. We also start the game with 6 food. As you can see over here, that's good. And we need food. If you don't have food, things go bad quick. Morale starts at 6, so we have pretty good morale. That's our max morale. And then our movement progress. That's a little bit special. I'll tell you about that when we start the game. But we start at 0 movement progress. So basically, we're here, right? And our goal is to go down here. We don't have to follow the river, but it seems pretty good for us, being a river guide. And going down to this spot right here. Now, to do that, we need to travel through the hexes. So right now, we're in this hex. To get out of this hex, we need to accumulate 6 movement points here. Then we can move on to the next one. So that's what we're going to want to do. Looking at the order of sequence here, first planning. Let's go back to that planning phase again. It's listed right here. What that means is that we roll these green dice over here. We'll roll them like that. And then we'll look and see what we have. We compare that to these things here. And you can look it up in the manual here. But I know most of what they do. So we'll put a 1 here. I'm just going to organize a little bit. So we have 2 1s. Wait a minute. Missing one. There's a 3. A 4. And a 5. Not super excited about that right away, because the most important thing is to make progress down the river, especially now that we have a lot of food, a lot of muskets, everything is in great shape. I want to get 2s, because if you had to roll the 2, I get to perform this phase. You want to get to perform the phase that you roll. So in our case, ignoring the 1s, we would have to do a mapping phase. We can map an area next to us, or we can do exploration in the current hex we're in, or we will find natives. And those are not as good as getting a 2. 1 is a wild card. You can augment any of the ones you rolled, but we didn't roll a 2. So I'm thinking I want to go and get re-roll these. You can re-roll any of these you want, but only one time. So if I re-roll these 2 now, everything has to stay. And I think I'll go for that. And we rolled off the table, but let's see what happens. Come back. 5 and a 4. Okay. Alright, so we're not going to be able to move today, day 1. But that's fine. So now that we have these dice, what can we do? Well, we're going to do mapping. We're going to have some exploration today. And also, there's native contact. I'm worried about native contact. There's some bad stuff on there. And there's some bad stuff here as well on exploring. Ooh. But if you look carefully, it says, can use a musket to reroll both dice, which is very helpful. We have 6 of them. We may have to use that. We also have 3, which is a mapping phase. But I think, you know what I'll do is, the worst one is probably native contact. It could be really bad. I'm going to take my 1s, move them over here. And that basically means that for every extra die you have, and this one is a wild card, so it's like a 5. So we have 3 5s, if you like. For every extra 1 you have above 1, you get to add 1 to your roll on this table. And you roll that on that table using the red die. So we get to add +2. That's fine. Let's go ahead and do that. And we start from left to right. Phase 1. Didn't have a phase 2 today. No movement. Phase 3 we do have. We have a mapping phase. No positive modifier, so we can roll these 2 as they are. Can we do anything special here? We cannot use a musket for the mapping. That kind of makes sense. 7. Same. That means that, well, before we did that, we should have picked where we would want to see what... basically what you do is you pick a hex next to your current hex, and then you roll your die and see what terrain there is. Well, I would have picked this one, so that's the one, and now it's going to be the same as the one we're in currently. That is mountain. And what we'll do then, we will draw that in. So that it's white here. I'm going to pick black. Obviously, if you have a pen or a pencil, you can do that if you print it out. I'm going to draw it in here. And, yeah, like that. So there it is. Okay, so mountains there too. Okay, nothing to do about that. Mountains are not as good as if it were plains. You can see here, if you look at those hex symbols there, mountains. -1 to movement phase total. So when you have a movement phase and you gain a movement, well, you got to reduce it by 1. That's not good. 5s are counted as 6s during hunting. So hunting is good. That would give us more food, but we already maxed out on the food over here. We have 6 out of 6. So we're in good shape there. Okay, that was our mapping. We now know we have a river here. There's a river, obviously, but there's a mountain. There's a river through a mountain. Kind of makes sense, right? 4. Now, we get to move over to the exploration phase. We're going to roll here. Let's not roll a 2 or a 3. That would be bad. 8. 8 probably is not too bad. 8. Okay. It's not bad, but it's not good. This means, and if you don't know what that means, that'll thumbs up, which you won't if you haven't played before. You can see here morale adjustment in the middle column. Add 1 to your morale for every thumbs up. Well, we can't do that. We are max morale already, unfortunately. So that was kind of wasted. But now we get to native contact. And since we have 2 of the wild dice here, we get to roll and add 2. So that is going to be hopefully good. Let's hopefully we roll a good one here. We can always use the musket though. Ooh, 11 plus 2, 13. Native contact. So we get to be here. We get this symbol and that symbol. Let's look them up. That little cube and the tent. The cube means, middle column, cash. Increase food, muskets, and morale by 1. Well, I wish we could do that. It's the first round and we can't do that. Because we have its max already. But we also got that tent. In the left-hand column, bottom one, peaceful village. Gain a +1 to exploring rolls. And we do exploring next time, for instance. And hunting rolls. While in a hex with a peaceful village. They don't reduce movement progress, and the bonus does not stack with multiple ones. Okay, and in order to remember that we did that, just like we did here, up there for the mountain, we'll draw a village. A circle dot. Let's go ahead and do that. So there's a village in our current hex here. Okay, we'll do that. I'm going to draw it here. It's not going to be pretty. So now we know when we do, next turn if we do exploration or hunting, +1 with a red die. Okay, so now we have done the native contact. We didn't roll a 6, so we don't have anything for hunting phase. And we'll look at the list here. What else do we have? We did 6. Hunting, interest, forget about that now. We'll look at that when we get to it. 8, eat rations. Yes, we always have to eat 1 ration here. We can look at phase 8 if we get onto this page. On the left-hand side, eat rations halfway down. Only 1 meal a day. You know that with fewer people, you'll be able to eat better. Yeah, right. Consume 1 food. If you don't have a food, lose 1 Conquistador. Remember, that's kind of like our hit points there, Conquistador. We don't want to lose that. So I'm going to take 1 off. Oh, we found a cache, but I couldn't increase it. Okay, well, nothing to do about that. That was our food. So eat rations, 8. Map travel, 9. That's if we had 6 here. Or if we were on a trail, then we would need 4 only. But if we don't have that, we have 0. So that's unfortunate. And next one, journal entry. If you want to, you can write down how things are going, because things will happen during the game, right? And it kind of makes a narrative if you like. I'm not going to do that here, though. 11 would be morale adjustment. Yeah. You look over here on the right-hand side, and you can see here, we did not go anywhere. So this kind of shows we were here. If we had gone southeast, we'd have gained 3 morale. That's because you want to keep on going towards your goal, right? We're max morale right now, and we did not move, so we're going to lose 1. If we ended up moving backwards, northwest, we would have lost 3 morale, so you don't really ever want to do that. Northeast and south is also okay to do, though. Okay, so that was the morale adjustment, and then track the day. So that was day 1. So we found a village. But we didn't make any progress, really. So now we're moving on to day 2. Let's take our 5 green dice. And we'll roll here. Remember, getting high numbers here don't really matter very much. Okay, we got a 1. 1 is good because it's a wild. But the other ones, remember, hunting and exploration will give us a +1. Right? But I want to get down to the river. Remember, the river is very good for us because as a river guide, what did we say? River guide does, we can cross cataracts, and 1s counts as 2s while in a river during the movement phase. So that is good. Anyway, so we can do hunting here, more native contact. I don't want those for sure. Do we want to do hunting? That's give us food. We've used 1. And exploration will give us the chance of moving, actually. But it's, I don't know. I don't think I need to do them. Instead, let's roll these 4 and hope for a movement result. A 2. Yes, we got 2 2s. And then we have a mapping and more native contact. I don't like the native contact very much, but we'll go for that. And I'm going to add on another 2 here. You have to do that before you start, doing your faces. So you have to kind of commit to where the 1 should go. So we can do a 2, which is movement phase. Add, since we have extra 2 of them, we can add 2 to whatever we roll. And we can use a musket to re-roll both dice. Okay. Alright, the friendly village won't help us with the movement phase here, but they won't stop us at least. Roll high. 9 plus 2 is 11. We get 3 movement. There's 2 here and 1 there. That's 3 movement. So then we'll take 3. Remember, we need 6 to move to the next one. So that was actually very good. Very, very good. And then 3, we're doing mapping. Well, the only one left would be this one. If we couldn't actually map anything else, it was all mapped out around us, then we would just skip that phase. So the 3 would be wasted. But not wasted here. So do we want to roll high? Although I don't really want to go this way because the river is good for us, but we'll see. So we'll take our 2 dice here. 3. Hills. Okay, so we get hills. Let's check them out here. That's the second one from the top. -1 to movement phase total if we go in there. Oh wait, we were on a mountain, but didn't reduce movement phase total. Okay, 1s are counted as 2s during native contact. Okay. Well, first of all, we were in the mountain, and according to the mountain, when we do movement phase, we got 3, remember? 3 movement points. Reduce 1, so we really shouldn't get 3. We should have gotten 2 there. Wow, it's hard to get out of the mountains. Really super hard. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw in the hills. Yeah, what do we pick? Should we pick some kind of brown color? Yeah, we'll do that. So I want to draw that in. Not the prettiest, but that works. Okay. Okay, so that, now we know there is hills over there. It's good for, what did we say they were good for again? 1s are counted as 2. So if you roll really low during native contact, you can increase it by 1. So you're not going to get to this really bad one here, native contact. But anyway, that was our number 3. Number 5, we're skipping exploration. Number 5, native contact. Yep, let's see what we get. We have to use that musket. Yeah, we do. 3. You can see 3 here. This tomahawk axe here. What does that do? Well, it's in the middle column, second from the bottom. Ambushed. Reduce your Conquistador count to 1. You lose 5. In our case, we can't do that. Instead, let's take 1 musket and re-roll. And you can re-roll those as many times as you want, as long as you have a musket. So we're going to do that. Can use a musket. Perfect. Not perfect, but okay, at least anyway. 8. What did we get? Native contact, 8. Lose of food, and we find a village here. Not a peaceful village, but we do find a village. Let's go ahead and lose a food, an extra food now. And there's a village. Where's the village? It's on the left column at the very top. Draw a village in a current hex with a thick dot. Yeah. And then reduce your movement progress by 2. Do this each time a village is discovered. Well, that is great. Are we ever going to make it out of these mountains? If you can just get to that river, right? So we're going to do a village. There. So the village is just like this. Reduce the movement by 2. Okay, not doing well. So we ran into those villagers there. Alright, that was our last thing we did. At least nobody died, right? So that's something there. We're not going to do hunting. That would be a 6. Interest? Not yet. Eat rations. We eat a ration again. Wow, it's going down fast, isn't it? Map travel? No, can't do it. We need 6. Journal entry? No, I'm not doing that. Morale adjustment? Yeah, we go down by 1 again because we did not move. We stay in the same hex. Food is going to be the problem here, right? But we can always re-roll during the planning phase 1, so we can plan for more food. What else? Track day. So now we're on day 3, week 1. It's not looking good, guys. Okay, let's take these 5 again. 2. I want a 2. So we can move. Do you want to do hunting? Oh, no, wait. Hunting is 6. we can get food. So you see the symbol here for food? And it's possible to get food here, but we don't have that. Do I want to re-roll all of these to get a 6? Because remember, if you get a 1, you re-roll. Although it's very tricky here. You can get... somebody can die. That's what that symbol means. For the hunting. Somebody could very well die. I don't know. Exploration will make it easier, right? Didn't we say you just get a 1, it's a 2? What was it? It was the village, wasn't it? No, here. The peaceful village. Gain +1 to exploration rolls and hunting rolls. No, +1. Oh, okay. There's a +1 here. And we already get +1 because we have 2 of them. So we get +2. You know what? We'll keep these. We'll do exploration. Probably going to be okay. And then we'll re-roll these. I need to only do mapping again. A native contact, I've had enough of that. Okay, we got another mapping, so we can. That's a waste. But then we get a 1. And I'm going to put it right there with a 2. Let's do that. So day 3. We're going to see how the movement goes across the hex here. Roll 2 dice, add 1. We can use a musket, though, if we need to. 11. Oh, that was lucky. +1, 12. 4. But we're in a mountain. -1, so 3. There. Okay, we're going to get out of this godforsaken mountain here. Okay, so that's that. 3 we can forget about. That's done. And then we have 2 4s. That means we're going to roll here and roll and get a +1. But we also have a peaceful village. And that gives us 1 to the exploring phase. So +2. +2. Hi. 7, that's 9. Ah. Right there. We get this symbol here. So 9. If we go and look at that here. Trail. Decreases movement progress requirement between 2 hexes to 4. So now I believe we get to... Requires... Yes. So perfect. So we can actually mark a trail. I'm going to mark a trail right here. We found a trail there. So let's go ahead. We're going to make that maybe a brown as well. Yeah, we'll do that. So we found a trail here. Oh, wait. There. And now let's go ahead and mark the trail. Now, what did it say about the trail again? Requires only 4 movement points to travel between 2 hexes. They cannot be used through a cataract. So that's great. We have 3. If we get 4, we can sneak into the river here going through the mountains. That would be great. So that was our 4, right? That we did. Yep. And that's the end of the day because we don't have any native contact or hunting. So let's check it out. Interests? Nope. Eat rations. Let's go ahead and eat a ration here. Food. We have now 2 left. Ooh. And then map travel. We did not travel, so we actually lose another morale. But once we do travel, we're going to travel southeast, right? We're going to gain from here to here. We're going to gain 3 morale. So that's hopefully I can get there next turn, next day. And then morale adjustment, we did that. And track the day. Yeah, so now we're moving on to day number 4. Halfway through the week. And let's go ahead and take our, not that, but the dice. I want to see 2s. Oh, look at that. That's not bad. That is not bad because these I want to get through, right? Remember, we're in the mountains, so we have to roll, a high number to get a good thing there. You want to re-roll that one? No, we already get +1 on that, so I think I'm okay with this. We'll take the 2 and we get +3 on that. So we're not going to get those, the bottom values anyway, hopefully. +3. Wow, that is 4. -1, that is 3 more. Even if something terrible happens on our last part of the day, which is exploring, we're going to be in okay shape. Let's roll these now. 10. What do we get? Explore +1, 11. Ah, here now we get the interest. That's a symbol for an interest. If you look here, where is it at? Not on this one. No, it's on here. Here, look at the very top. Phase 7 interest. There's a typo on this board here. It says phase 8 there, but we got here, and that means we get to do something on this column here. So let's look and see what that is. Basically, what that means is there is a unique feature in a wonder, basically, in somewhere around here. Something really magnificent. Let's see what there is. Or, yeah, we'll see in this hex or somewhere else. We're going to roll in this column here, and let's see what we find. We found number 9. This one there, and that is what? Predict eclipse. The next 2 times you roll on the native contact chart, choose any result instead of rolling. Wow. Now that's a pretty good one. So we can do that. You can only get one of these one at a time. I mean, one time only. So let's go ahead and mark that now. I'm gonna, yeah, we can, actually I'll pick a different color. There, and we'll mark this one here. I'm going to say that we currently have this in effect, like that. You kind of have to do how you want it there. It's currently active. I guess we could just put a dot on that as well. But anyway, we have done this one now. So next time we have native contact. Next time we roll a 5, we can pick any number. We don't have to do anything that we don't want to do. That's really good at cash. Wow. That's really huge. Okay, so that was the that was phase 4, and we found that interest. Going up to the list again. We don't have native contact this time, this day, or hunting interest. Yeah, we did interest already. Oh, so what we should have done is, I guess, we should have done 4, but not roll for the interest yet. Done native contact, done hunting, and then do the interest. But anyway, didn't really matter since we didn't have a 5 or a 6. Now we have to eat rations. We're down to 1. If you can't eat, somebody dies. Right. Then we'll do, I think somebody dies, or you lose morale. Could be that you lose morale. We would look that up when that happens. What else do we have? Map travel. Map travel, we can do it now. We're going to go through the trail. So that's fine. We don't need 3. But we're going to take all of them off. I think that's how you do it. You take all of them off because you're now going to the next hex. At least I think so. Movement phase. No, not there. Map travel, number 9. Right. If you have a movement progress result of 6 during this phase, after terrain modifications, or 4, you may move to an adjacent hex. Use the color pencil to draw your route. Yeah, we're going to do that. Reset your movement progress to 0. Right. So now, we're going to draw our route here, and we're going to use a different color for that. What am I using for our movement? I guess green. Are we going to see green on the map? Yeah, probably. Apply. There, we're going to move in here. That's where we're moving. Okay, good. And then we'll take our cube so we know which way we moved, because that we have to keep track of that. I mean, we're going to remember, but you can see here, map travel, journal entry, morale adjustment goes down by 1. No, that does not go down by 1. We go up by 3 because we moved southeast. Now that's great. High morale, not much food. But now we're here. And what else do we do? That's morale adjustment, and then track the day. And that would be day 5. Okay. So things are looking pretty good here. Well, pretty good. I don't know if it's pretty good. On 5 days in, we've moved 1. But let's see what happens the next day. And so we'll start over here with our 5 green dice. And now, by the way, we're in a new hex. We can that village won't give us a bonus, but we do have the eclipse. Remember that. Gotta remember that. Remind me. That's the one that gives us any number on number 5 table. Okay, so we have a 1. We have a 4, 2 4s. 5 native contact. We certainly don't need 2 5s, right? Because we can pick any number anyway. We don't need to increase it, so we could keep 1. I think I want to keep 1, right? Because that gives us That's a cache, wasn't it? Let's go ahead and check that out. Cache, where was it? In the middle column, third one down. Increase food, muskets, and morale by 1. We've used that. Morale wouldn't go up, but that's not bad. Food and muskets would go up. We want to do that? Maybe not. Maybe we want to reroll those two. We'll do exploration here. Yeah, I'm going to keep the other two. Let's go ahead and get that. Maybe we can get some movement here. We can get movement, okay. And we can also get mapping. That is better, right? I think that's better. Something like that. So no native contact. Don't need it just yet. Anyway, no hunting. And exploration gets a +1. Right. Yeah. Remember what it said about the mountain. -1 to movement phase total. But hunting is a bonus there. And river. What does the river do again? River hexes. +1 to movement phase total. So they're kind of offsetting the mountain. So we get the normal value of our movement here. So we should really follow the river. For sure. Once we get out of the mountains here, will be really nice. Although something good might come up here if we're going to do that mapping. Anyway, where do we put our extra wild dice now? By the way, what did we get? What was our bonus again? Our river guide. 1 counts as 2s while in the river during the movement phase. So if we roll really low here, we're going to be able to count it up. Okay, I'm going to add that to the movement. Maybe we get lucky. And then we'll start with movement phase here. So we get a +1, and 1s counts as 2s. Okay, so a 2. That's 6 + 1, 7. 1 movement, morale goes down by 1. But we got 1 movement, and we got that because we're on a river, and the mountain was offsetting that. So yeah, but it still got 1. That's something. 3, it would be mapping. Which one are we mapping here? I'm guessing I'm mapping this one. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and roll the die. There's no modifier, but we can use a musket. 6. Same. So we mapped here. Another mountain. Right. Something like that. Okay, so that's a mountain there. And then a 4 means we get to roll on the exploration column, and we have +1 on that. We can use a musket, though. Bad things could happen here. But no, 9 + 1 is 10. That's good. That's a movement. Okay, and we don't get a negative modifier, even if there was no river here and the mountains would reduce it. That would only reduce the movement phase, not during the exploration phase. So +1 movement, I'll take it. That's 2. Trails require 4 to exit. If we can find another trail, it would be great. And that takes care of what we ended up doing. We don't have a native contact or hunting, so going back to the list again, we are then doing eat rations. Now that's bad now. But to think about getting food next time. And then map travel. We're not traveling, so we're still in this hex here. -1 morale. I could use that cache right around now, right? Seems like the cache would be very helpful. What else do we have? Journal entry, we're not doing that. Morale adjustment, did that. Track the day. And now we get up to day number 6. Okay. That looks good to me. Let's finish off the week before we end this episode. Let's go down to, well, the next day. There. We do have 2 movement points there already, so that's good. Do we get a 2? No, we don't. I kind of want to keep hunting. What did we say we got a bonus on for this? Predict eclipse. We got a bonus on... native contact only. Okay, not for hunting, but hunting is very useful now. What happens if we don't have enough food? Food phase, eat rations is 8. That'll be down here. Consume 1 food. If you don't have food, no, you have to lose a Conquistador, not morale. Okay, so we probably want to hunt. If we hunt here, you can see here, if we do a bad job here, then we're going to be in bad shape. People will die and we get a fever and terrible. Got to roll 7 at least. So to get that, we could keep the food and put 2 1s on there and not do the mapping. We don't care that much about it. I kind of want to go this way. Maybe do that. So we'll do hunting and we'll maximize that hunting. and then re-roll the 3s. Exploration. Right. What was our bonus again as a river guide? 1 counts as 2s in movement phase. That's what it was. Yeah. Okay, so exploration 4. Kind of tricky there. Do we want to get another +1 there? No, I want to make sure I get food. Yeah, let's do it. Get food. So we'll start with exploration. We can always use our muskets, right? 8. 1 morale. I'll take it. Morale goes up, and then we can roll here on this column, hunting first time, but +3. That's not bad. 3 + 5 is 8. It's not great. We get 1 food. That symbol there means food, so we'll take 1 food. We'll use it right away. Okay, and that would be day number 6. Wow, not great, right? So now, well, we'll go through here. What do we have? Hunting, interest, nothing there. Eat rations. Yeah, our 1 ration we got out hunting. And then map travel. We're not traveling the map. We only have 2. We need 6. And then morale adjustment down 1. I really want to get my native contact now. Right. We want to do that if possible. By the way, when we use them up, we'll put a dot here to say that we used them up. We have 2 of those. And then track the day. And that would finish off week number 1. And I'm going to stop it here for this episode. I'll continue, I think. But you can see how the game works here, and it's pretty fun. So give it a shot if you're interested, and just print it off. I'll put a link in the description, and I will catch you guys later. Bye.